I'm Swyt, and I live right here in Columbus, Ohio. I had one semester of Japanese at John Carroll University in Cleveland, and had a big break in my studies. I did go to Japan for Honda of America manufacturing. My husband works there, and we were there for 2 years. And when I came back, I felt like I only knew enough Japanese to be dangerous. I really didn't have the great communication skills I hoped for when I was coming home. And I really wanted that structure from the program. So I actually came down here to Ohio State and tested in the program, and got into the program and was really thrilled to be a part of it. I did do the intensive program because I wanted to get through it as quickly as I could. And you know, there were some areas where I was a little more proficient, so I could move a little more quickly through the program. I took it all the way up through, I think, the second to last proficiency course, and I actually got to do a 3-month mini thesis, which was really exciting for me. I never thought in a million years I'd be able to write a paper in Japanese, and along with the other educational things you learn, we got to learn how to write a business memo and things I really hadn't learned working for the YMCA in Japan. I don't have a directly Japanese career right now. I just finished my master's at the MPA program at the John Glenn School of Public Affairs, but Japan has kind of infused my everyday life. Being proficient in Japanese, I actually a few years ago got to give a speech for a group of Japanese spouses that are here on work with their husbands on work visas, and it's called the Mrs. No Kai, and I got to give them a speech on my experience in Japanese, on my experiences being expatriate in Japan, and I invited them to try to have the same sense of fun and try to overcome your obstacles while you're here in America, and it was really fun. I've gotten to work with the Asian Festival. The first 10 years I got to work with the Asian Festival very closely when they were still kind of scrambling to build capacity within. And I got to work with the Festival of Japan that the Dublin Arts Council put on. It was wonderful. And when my first child was born, I was in a Japanese-speaking play group. And those friendships have buoyed my spirits and kind of been connections. A number of the women have got transferred back to Japan for a few years and then are back here again, and all our kids are in high school together. And it's wonderful to see the kids again. It's wonderful to see old friends. These are women that when it was during 9/11, they came and sat with me the whole day and baked food and sat with me. So they've really been, these are the connections that are lifelong for me. And it's lovely to maintain them. I think it's so important to study a foreign language. I think it opens your world for you. Even if you only take one semester and you learn enough to say, hello, excuse me, it really opens up your world. People are so much more forthcoming with you if you can just speak a few words of their language. I think it's really important. I was just at a Power Connect meeting downtown with a bunch of women who are the heads of industry, and one of the women was Japanese and was just thrilled that I could just pull out my rusty Japanese, and actually went out to dinner. We had our families get together, so it's always building connections for you, whether it's a business connection, a personal connection. It's always opening your world, and it has given me the ability also to kind of give back. I've been able to help a couple of times with the Dublin police with a non-injury accident that involved a Japanese person that might need some assistance. So I've been able to give back to my community also. I tried to be for the past, oh my gosh, 12 years at Scottish Corners Elementary, where my kids go. The Japanese moms do an origami week. One of the moms was here and had read a study that said that learning origami actually helps you get better at math because you're learning spatial geometry, you're learning the process, and when you're doing origami, you actually, when you make a mistake, you have to figure out where in the process you made a mistake. Very similar to how you'd solve a math problem. So for 12 years, I've been getting together with the moms, and we've been teaching origami for a week, every day from morning to night. with the kids in the library, and it's really rewarding, and the women appreciate that I can, if they get into a situation where they're not sure what to say or how to explain something, we can talk about it back and forth in Japanese and English and kind of figure out a good way to kind of tell the kids how to flip something over like a pancake, and how to say things in English. Well, my career is nonprofit strategy and innovation, and I think having a foreign language is always so helpful. You never know what the next population you're going to be working with is, and so just understanding, having a little of a foreign language in your back pocket, I think is so valuable, and it makes you look smart. I can't tell you how many times I've been with someone, a boss, and run into something. I worked for Susan G. Komen recently, and was with my boss, and we ran into a Japanese breast cancer survivor, and I was able to talk to her in Japanese, and it really impresses your boss. So I gotta say, it's a pretty impressive thing to have in your back pocket.